Hey everyone! Today let's talk about the free Bijli Mission in Kishtwar, Jammu and Kashmir. Imagine generating a whopping 6,000 megawatts of electricity, but still dealing with frequent power cuts and high bills. Sounds crazy, right? That's the reality for Kishtwar residents. Kishtwar is a powerhouse with 6 major hydroelectric projects: Dulhasti, Pakaldul, Kiru, Kwar, Ratley and Kirtai. Despite this, the locals face constant power struggles. Their demand? Free or heavily subsidized electricity. Makes sense since they're generating so much power, doesn't it? But here's the twist. While the locals are pushing for free electricity, the government is rolling out smart meters. These are supposed to ensure accurate billing but are feared to lead to even higher charges. Imagine the frustration when you're already struggling with the bills, and now you have to deal with smart meters that might make things worse. Protests erupted, particularly on February 9, 2025, with large gatherings at Kishtwar's Chowgan ground. Sections 163 and 144 of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita were imposed to curb public gatherings, but the principal sessions judge of Kishtwar issued a stay order, allowing protests to continue. It's a classic tug-of-war between the authorities and the people. Political players are also in the mix. Leaders like Firdaus Tak from PDP, Shahan Sajjad Kichlu from NC, and Sheikh Zafarullah from Congress are championing the free Bijli Mission. On the other hand, the BJP, part of the ruling administration, is targeting NC for not providing 200 units of electricity. They argue that it's the same people who voted for NC are now in the protest demanding for free electricity. One of the challenges the movement faces is awareness and youth participation. Many young people aren't fully aware of Kishtwar's power potential and its benefits. Yet, the movement is growing. The coordination committee has also showed the memorandum of this mission and give it to the local leaders. They also talk with various media persons about this mission. Civil society organizations have shown support and a committee is working to pursue the cause peacefully. So where do we go from here? The fight for free electricity in Kishtwar highlights the larger issue of fair resource distribution. It's about ensuring that those who generate the power also benefit from it. Stay tuned for more updates on this developing story. Now let's dive deeper into the free Bijli Mission and its impact on the local community. The residents of Kishtwar have a lot to say. Meet Rukhsar, a social activist who has lived here all her life. Despite the abundant hydroelectric projects, she struggles with frequent power cuts that disrupt her daily routine and her education. We generate so much power, yet we live in darkness, she says, her voice tinged with frustration. Next we hear from Munshi Ram, a local shopkeeper whose livelihood is directly affected by the inconsistent electricity supply. My business suffers. I can't afford a generator and the power cuts mean I lose customers, he explains. His words echo the sentiments of many small business owners in the area. Local leaders like Firdaus Tak are vocal about the need for change. It's not just about electricity, it's about justice. Our people deserve better, he asserts. On the flip side, we have the government's perspective, represented by BJP spokespersons who argue the financial challenges of providing free electricity. While we understand the residents' problems, the NC government should fulfill their promises. Civil society organizations are also playing a crucial role. They are working tirelessly to raise awareness and mobilize support for the cause. We are in this for the long haul. Our goal is to ensure that Kishtwar's energy benefits its people first, says Shakir Siddiq, a civil rights activist. The youth of Kishtwar are beginning to take notice too. Student groups are organizing discussions and rallies to educate their peers about the region's power potential and the importance of the free Bijli Mission. This movement is more than just a demand for free electricity, it's a fight for fairness and equity. It's about ensuring that the resources of Kishtwar benefit its residents, not just the broader state or private companies. To understand the current power struggle, we need to look at the history of hydroelectric projects in Kishtwar. How did these projects come about, and what promises were made to the local community? Let's explore the past to better understand the present. The story begins in the early 1970s, when the first proposals for hydroelectric projects in Kishtwar were put forth. Back then, the promise of abundant, cheap electricity was a beacon of hope for the region. The government and private companies assured the residents that these projects would bring prosperity and development to their doorstep. However, as the years went by, the reality starkly contrasted with the promises made. The construction of dams and power plants led to the displacement of many families, with inadequate compensation and resettlement plans. A local politician's Farouk Siddique recalls, "We were told we would get free electricity and jobs, instead we lost our homes and our land." Environmental concerns also began to surface. The projects altered the natural flow of rivers, impacting local agriculture and biodiversity. "Our fields used to be fertile, but now they are drying up," says Ashraf Mir, a local resident from the region. The ecological imbalance further strained the community's resources. Despite these challenges, the community's hope persisted. They believed in the promises of development and waited for the benefits to trickle down. However, the power generated was often routed to other parts of the state or sold to private companies, leaving Kishtwar in darkness. The historical grievances laid the foundation for the Free Bijli Mission. The residents' demand for free electricity is not just about convenience, it's about reclaiming what was promised to them decades ago. "We have waited long enough. It's time to hold those in power accountable," asserts young activist Rudra Pratap Singh. By understanding the history, we gain a clearer picture of why the Free Bijli Mission resonates so deeply with the people of Kishtwar. It's a movement rooted in decades of unmet promises and unfulfilled potential. As the struggle continues, the community remains united in their quest for justice and equity. Stay with us as we continue to unravel the layers of this complex issue. Your engagement and support are crucial in bringing these stories to light. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth coverage.